Well, last night was the last run for this car. Yes, this car still has many more runs left in it, but I need all these parts out. This car's got to come apart. I figured I'd try to run it one last time. I ended up getting 2 flats and getting stuck, but I guess I left my tires open pretty good, because there's Buddy's bumper mark in my frame. There's a big hole through that tire. And then when we go this right here, Buddy's bumper went right into the side of here, and that's actually what stopped me. I was still moving, but because he put the extra drag on me and I was already kind of bellying out in the sand, I wasn't able to keep going. So you know you get hit good when you're bending 1/4-inch plate into a V. That's pretty interesting. I like these mod cars, but I like stock cars too. Like this car here has been through, what, 4 derbies now? And she's still pretty good, but I don't know. I like the stock stuff. I find the stock stuff more entertaining. Oh, look at that. I bent the rear trailing arm. Actually, she snapped. Oh, this side here is pretty good, but again, I got the tire, and then the frame is still starting to bend. But didn't even pop my radiator, just did my loop line kit. That's pretty good. I don't know. A lot of good shots last night. My head is some sore. I hit the back of my head and the front of my head. I don't know what off of, but I hit them good. But I don't know. Next year is going to be weird here in Ontario. Thrill Show is going to be changing all their rules. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing all winter. I can't build too many cars because I don't know what Thrill Show's rules are going to be like. So it's kind of up in the air and I don't really know what to do. But you know what, Cannibals had a really good run. But like I said, I could store this car for next year, but it's really not that good a shape. And I need all the parts. So unfortunately this car's got to come apart. So what we'll be doing today is we'll be taking the Zacks Workshop window bar, we'll be taking the cage and the fuel cell out of this car. I might leave the fuel cell or put a different fuel cell into this, but I do not need the fuse panel or the shifter. So I might just leave that stuff in there and drive this thing off, and then make it so that I could drive it off and store it and then take it apart over the winter, because I don't have the time to fully take this thing apart today. Wow, that was a big hit. Take a look, it's bent all my hinges. That's intense. My hinges are bent, and you can see right inside the car. And then if you look over here, it took the door away from the sill the whole way up. That was a good hit. I seen Buddy coming and I was just like, oh, he's gonna get the door, but then he swerved real good and got that door. So that was a good one. But no, I've had fun with this car, but it's time for a different car. Like, I could take this thing to Rockton. I really could take this thing to Rockton and be half decently competitive with it, but honestly, I just want something fresh. I have a fresh car that's 3/4 of the way built, so I might as well take a fresh car to Rockton instead of bringing this car that's been beat up and passed around the bush quite a bit. I don't know. You know, if I had ran doubles last night, it would have been a different story, but I kind of saved the doubles for Rockton instead of wasting them there, because I only have one good set of doubles. So, I don't know. We do have the in-car videos. I'll be editing those up soon, so they'll be up on the internet. But this was my first time ever going to Roseneath. It was a little different. I do gotta say, like, that's my first time going east to Peterborough. You guys run some mod cars. There was some mean Camrys there last night. Like, I don't know. They were very well built. A lot of the front ends on those cars didn't move. Mine moved. Not very much, but she moved. That's all that counts. Oh, I want to show you this. Someone's bumper hit my subframe. Look at that. That's intense. When you can twist a subframe like that with a bumper, that is a good shot. I got hit pretty good, and then I didn't know where I was for a couple seconds. So I think for that 10 or 15 seconds, I was kind of dazed and confused. I think people just had it out from my front end. I was good, and then all of a sudden I had 2 flats in the front, and I knew I had 2 flats, so just trying to keep moving after that. But some nasty hits last night. Some pretty nasty hits. But I'm going to start taking Cannibal apart. We're going to start pulling out the cage. And then we're going to start putting into a different car. Get ready for a different show. Let's get going. Well, that didn't take us very long. Look at all the cage out of this car. It's all out, even the window bar. Ta-da! It only took me about 30 minutes. That's what I really, really like about these bolt-in cages. They go in and they go out so fast. Like, even with how bad this car is, with the everything right up to the speaker deck and everything, it all came out pretty quick. The gas tank's just sitting on the passenger side. The battery's still there. This car still runs and drives, so I'm just going to probably drive it off later on once the day gets a little bit farther on. My neighbors don't freak out. But, yeah, it's coming out. Now we just have to take all of this, and put it into that car.